Welcome back to Tuesday Tips at 2 with the Goldbergs. Unfortunately, there's only one singular Goldberg here, me, as Sarah is off being probably very important and highly fashionable somewhere else. On an editorial note, we have heard our customers and clients and fans' comments, and as such, we've gotten ourselves a fancier camera, better sound quality, hopefully, a fancy pants Hollywood director, editors, producers, and the likes, in the hopes of making this a more pleasurable viewing experience. Today's topic is an explanation of what it is that I do for a living, a question and answer necessitated by the startling ignorance of many of my friends and family who really have no clue what it is that I do from day to day and how it is that I earn the money. On that front, I am a civil litigator, a trial attorney. There are other types of trial attorneys that us civil litigators don't like to really count as part of the definition. Those that practice criminal law, they often have trials and serious ones, and ditto with family law. Civil litigators handle civil disputes between two parties, sometimes more than two parties, in a civil but private fashion, rather than depending upon some sort of a governmental entity to take care of private problems between two sides. Here in the U.S., one party is allowed to sue another party, whether an individual suing an individual suing a company suing an individual, a company suing a company, or even a governmental entity suing one of the above. And I've represented the whole gamut of them. I've represented individuals, companies, nonprofits, and otherwise. Most of my cases that I prosecute are related to a contract, though not always. I've been involved in real estate disputes. I've been involved in property boundary disputes. I've been involved in construction defect cases and otherwise. Within that realm, I suppose my specialty isn't necessarily knowing more about what you do for a living or what your particular dispute stems from better than you. The client comes to me knowing what I don't know. What I bring to the table is a unique ability to help them solve the problem. As such, we first sit down, often in this very room on over here, drink coffee with these fancy mugs, and we discuss what it is that has happened to them. Sometimes it's a contract where there's two sides to it, but there's a misunderstanding, or some critical term wasn't written therein. Other times, someone just straight up screwed them over. They provided product or service and they just weren't paid for it. Or some terrible neighbor is trying to take advantage of them in some sort of way or another by moving their boundary over several hundred feet in a way that allows that neighbor to claim all the mineral rights that would have otherwise belonged to the other. I've represented employees that were wrongfully categorized as independent contractors when really they were serving as employees against major corporations. With that said, as a little caveat, generally I don't handle employment law, so please do not send me referrals of all of your friends and family that are just really at odds with their boss. Once a problem comes in through the door, otherwise known as a client with a problem, I help them analyze the problem, realize whether or not there is a legal claim, whether or not it's worth it, cost-benefit analysis, and then if those questions are answered in the affirmative, we will prepare the lawsuit, we will file the lawsuit, we will walk it through all of its procedure, we'll investigate the claim through the process of what's called discovery. We might then also, if necessitated, file requests and go argue those requests in front of a court. Those are called motions. You move the court to agree with you or to side with you in some way or another. And then, of course, there are trials. Most cases don't actually make it to a trial. They're disposed of in some sort of a way, whether win, lose, settled before a final trial. But yes, I do actually go try cases. And I enjoy what I do for a living. It's enjoyable maybe because I'm not an introvert and like being around people and like being around others, but definitely because I like helping people solve their problems in a way that's peaceful, which is really the foundation of our nation's judicial system. If you have any questions about this particular topic or suggestions for a future topic, then please post them on our Facebook page, the access of which I'm sure you know how to get. I personally don't. Over the next couple of hours, email us or write us. The website is www.lawgoldberg.com. Telephone number, of course, is 713-942-0600. And you can make use of either. The website has a contact page and an ability for you to send an email should you have a problem or a need or a desire to set up a consultation with me or with Sarah Goldberg, who handles immigration law. Until next time, and there will be a next time, as I'm for certain going to be forced back on into this very seat next week, I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to kicking some butt on behalf of my clients. Thank you very much, and be well.